in dealing with poverty, both of you have tried a two-generational approach. It comes from something that Ann Mosley at the Aspen Institute and her Ascend program have been doing. Explain how a two-generational approach has worked and how you would, implement it.
Well, I think so. To understand two generational, it is if you're providing services to someone in the family, you probably need to provide services to everybody in the family. I mean, just think about it. If you have a mother who's addicted, well, she's got a problem. She may have a spouse that has a problem because of her addiction. She may have a child who has a problem because of that addiction. You may even have a grandmother who has to take over the parenting responsibilities because of that addiction. You need to treat all of those people. You need to provide services to everybody. And here's another area where we've had great success in our Department of Children and Families, where we are providing a lot of our moms and dads who we have to play a role in supervising or even taking children out of households have drug problems. So what we are now funding with some grants and finding money, hopefully saving it in the right places, is that if we provide an ongoing home visitation program that is supportive of recovery, the recovery rate increases by 42%.
Saves you money.
Saves you money. And that has an impact on the child in the house, on the mom, on the ability to hold down a job or a part-time job if that's important to supporting the family. All of that, and it's that holistic, intergenerational approach that I think is going to produce the best results over the next 10 or 20 years. And it is a break with the past. It really is a break. It sounds too simple, right, to think that this is a big new idea. It's a big new idea. And the Aspen Institute has been a part of that. One of my commissioners was in your Ascend program on this particular issue, and we're invested. We call it 2-gen, but we're invested on a 3-gen thing. Let me also share one other thing to you. If you have to take a child out of a home, placing it with a family member is far more leads to more success than placing it with somebody who's not a family member, and that's another version of 2-gen. So place it with a grandma, or granddad, or a close cousin, or an uncle or an aunt, and more times than not, you're going to have a better outcome.
Did you want to add anything as we?
Just the work the Annie Casey Foundation did on that is so powerful, and then also my former chief of staff, Roxanne White, when she left a year and a half ago, she became the CEO of what's called Nurse Family Partnerships. And this is a 2-gen approach from the bottom up, whereby nurses who go visit expectant mothers 6 months before birth in low-income families, low-income neighborhoods, not only examine the prospective mother for her health, but also begin teaching that mother, who often, almost in the vast majority of times, is a teenage mother, oftentimes not married, oftentimes not in a stable family situation, starts teaching that expectant mother how to be a mother. And so when that nurse, you keep the same nurse, comes back with 3 months before birth, is there immediately after birth or sometimes during birth, and then follows up at the well baby checkups, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and constantly talking about reading to your child and doing all the basic stuff that many of us take for granted, and it is very powerfully successful in terms of a dollar on reward. The other thing I wanted to point out, that your prisoners are $138 a day. We're $53 in college. What are you feeding them? I mean,